You don't want this jail? You vote for candidates that don't support this jail, and we can stop it. This Board of Supervisors says there's nothing that can be done. This is an already done deal. I'll tell you what, they forgot who they work for. They work for us, and we will fire them.
Damn right.
And now I want to introduce Mary Beth Rinn. She's got some facts for you. So help me welcome Mary Beth.
Why are we building this, and why are we building it right here? Why are we building this jail that's so close to 3 communities right in the heart of Prescott? So there's been policy changes, not just here in Prescott, but across the nation when it comes to jails. And they've affected on how we do things. You know, so many of these communities and counties are relying on cash bail to fill our coffers. And this reliance on this cash bail is really how we do business here. So officials are looking to expand jails instead of looking to alternatives to incarceration. And that's a big problem. So why aren't we doing things? Chin had a report several years ago, and they gave alternatives to the building this extra jail. And here's a big problem. I don't know if people know about this, but the Board of Supervisors are also the jail district board. Now, years ago, I wrote an article in the Courier having to call for that independence. So they closed down. And it's kind of like Sam Drucker. I don't know if anybody remembers Petticoat Junction. Sam would just change his hat and he'd go down the counter and he'd be the post officer general, and then he'd be the clerk, and then he'd be something. How can you be independent? How can they literally make decisions? If the Chin report gives them alternatives, but they want a new jail, any conclusion in that Chin report that says they want a new jail, they are hell-bent on looking at that conclusion. I mean, if you're a hammer, everything you see is a nail. For example, if you are too poor to make cash bail, why are you sitting in that jail? If you need mental health and substance abuse services, why are you sitting in that jail? These are all these alternatives to incarceration we're talking about. There's financial incentives to build another jail. This happens not just here, across the nation. We can rent these beds out to other counties and other districts and to fill this jail. So if we build it, they'll come. These are the other things that we're all worried about here. I mean, this is an amazing statistic. Since 1970, across the nation, we've had a 277% increase in jails in this nation. Has this been this wild outbreak in crime in this nation? We've had that much of an increase in jails? Look at the incentive to do this. We are in control of their jobs. Everybody here knows at least 20 people, I'm sure. Talk to these 20 people. There's a flyer here. Please go home and copy it. Hand it out to 20 people. We can affect this election right now. Go home and affect this election. Vote them out. This is a referendum on this jail. Thank you. Let's get them out.